big misconception in the entertainment industry is that you're gonna meet somebody that's gonna make you a star.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit, because that's really big right now, especially with social media.
Well, there are people who can give you great opportunities, people that can put you in great spaces. But
Right.
Your hottest favorite recording artist, movie star, whoever that you're looking at right now, that you're just like, oh my God, I love their work. They did the work.
Right.
Nobody walked them in there and said, okay, make this face, do this when they, whether you're doing a music video or a song, you gotta bring it. Like, even if you just made a hit record. Everybody in the room knows it's a hit.
Right.
There's no magical formula that this other people are gonna make this a hit for you.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, you really got things to do. Like, at the same time a label is working your record and working your image and blowing you up, people expect something of you. Like, if you have nothing to bring to the table, they can do all the work in the world, and once they present you, you're just nothing. You're like, you don't bring it on stage. You don't bring it. You don't have anything interesting going on. You just made a great song. So.
First one is to be relentless. You know what I mean? Persistency and consistency will sometimes outbeat talent. So be persistent and be consistent. And the second thing is, I feel like, get something that's your own. Like, find an artist that you really like, that you really believe in, and start there, because you only need one. You know what I mean? A hit record can change your life.
Right.
And, you need something to stand on. Like, working with 5 artists and, like, not kind of really developing them or that's not going to do you a favor. I feel like you should find one artist, develop them, stick to them, and, like, make yourself the boss. You got to make yourself the boss.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to, put yourself in power. Like, you got to have something to bring to the table. Yeah. So maybe it's not an artist. Maybe it's a producer. You know what I mean? Like, work with a producer. Find a kid that you feel like is talented, you believe in. You know what I mean? Or, like, help them become better. And, like, that's your thing. And, like, just try to turn whatever your thing is all the way up.
When I do music, I don't have to audition.
Right.
I do my own music, and that's why, like, nothing against The Voice, and I don't fuck with that shit. Like, first of all, you win, and then you sign a fucking lifetime contract. Like, I love amazing singing, but I more so like artistry. Yeah. You know what I mean? You look at Bob Dylan, David Bowie, Robert Smith from The Cure. They don't know how to really sing, but they have their own voice, and that's what I appreciate more than you trying to sound like Beyonce, you trying to sound like Justin Bieber, you know what I mean?
And having perfect pitch.
Yeah. I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like in a world of oversaturated music, you have to stand out.
Yeah. You got to have your own voice, for sure.
Exactly. And it's all about songwriting and producing.
That's why it's good to educate yourself. If you want to be in this business professionally, like, you could be a creative all day, but you have to educate yourself. Get a manager. If you don't know, get a manager that knows. Get a manager that has some clout, so that you can learn from them, or integrity, I should say. So that you can learn from them, because not every manager is a good manager. After you're getting with some credible or notable people that you can learn from and learn the business from. Because in the beginning, you are going to have to give up a little something, until you get established. Once you get established, you have more leverage and more negotiating power. You can get more percentage at that point.
Every artist, when they come out, has that time period where they're the new exciting hot kid that nobody can believe. Oh, he's so exciting, he's so great, and then that goes away. And, like, by your second album or your third album or whatever, by your first album, a lot of times that shit is just gone. And, like, you have to find a way to sort of, like, reintroduce that excitement and energy. And Drake is, like, a master at sort of finding an artist and, like, using him to sort of catapult himself into exciting new rapper territory. Migos example. And it kills a lot of people's careers because they can't handle how big they get so fast. Like, Migos managed to actually navigate that. Block Boy having a little bit harder of a time because, like, if you have, like, a specific style and it just gets really, really exposed really fast, a lot of times it can be hard to hold on to that sound or that style. Block Boy
internet'll just rip it off a million times over. And,
Block Boy could have had more of a slow build. Instead he had that explosion through Drag. It's probably still worth it because, like, the exposure is still worth it at the end of the day. It's just like a roll of the dice to get that big that fast.